We are in Globe, Arizona. We are at the old Dominion mine site. This is now a public park where people can come and walk around and learn about the history of the mine. So with that said, there's obviously going to be no underground explorations here, as this is a historic site, but we are going to see some cool stuff. I got some cement structures over there. That's the mine office I just came from over there. I am going to put a map in the video right here so you'll be able to see where everything was. Should give you a better idea. And I was here 2017, somewhere around there. I don't remember for sure, but this place was closed for a while for maintenance, and occasionally they do some work here, some mining work, and they opened it back up for people to come, which is nice. I'm glad it didn't close forever. Okay, so over here somewhere stood the assay office. The building is obviously not here anymore, but it stood right over here. They do have signs for everything, which is nice. Okay, so we're gonna go on the let's go over here real quick. This is the interloper loop over here, but we're gonna go down here real quick and see what this sign says. So while a lot of the buildings aren't here anymore, there is a lot of the concrete foundations which are still left here. Over time, the buildings were probably either taken down or fell down. We will learn a little bit more about the history of the mine as we keep walking around. This was the supply house. This is probably what held all the supplies for the mine over here. Right over here on this concrete pad. Now I'm pretty sure that we will see pictures back by the front entrance that will say what everything was. There's a pretty big building, stretched from there and went all the way to over there. We're going to take the interloper loop. Here we got another sign. This was the oil house. You can see the foundation right here. It was right next to the supply house. There's some metal over there. So this mine had a tram tower. You can see the sign right here. So at one point there was a tram that moved the ore. So there's one tower here, and the other tower is probably up at the head frame. If you look, there's another sign, tram tower, then tram tower. So it ran from the head frame all the way down here, and as we're walking we'll see more signs that will say what was where. And here we got a residence. Someone probably lived here at one point. A small little foundation. There's the tram tower sign I was talking about. Here we got a bigger sign over here. Let's see what this is. Okay, so here's where we were before, down there. Supply house was right over there. The assay office, this small red building where we passed. So over where this concrete is, ore bins, the smelter, and the stack, and the coke bins were all up here on this hillside. There's the tram tower, electric shop. There's the office, which I believe is where we came in. Electric shop, change house. So all that used to be right over here. Walking up the hill, that's the path to the head frame. We're going to check that out in a little bit. I know many of you are wanting to probably see that first, but we're going to cover the whole property here. Again, we're in Globe, Arizona. Anyone can come here when it's open. You can pause and read this if you want. This is about the different types of rocks. A little bit of geology. What is the difference between rocks and minerals? So basically minerals are what's in the rock. That's a good way to put it. It's like a cake. So the cake is the outer part is the rock, and the minerals are what's inside. Here we got another sign. Mineralogy. We just came from another mine structure. We saw a big hoist house, and I'd figure I'd stop on this way. It's a little bit out of the way, not quite on my ride back, but it's a beautiful day. I figured we'd come out and check this place out. I've always wanted to do a video on it, and well, here I am. We got a fence over here. Kind of hard to tell if there's anything there before or not. Sign here. Oh, okay, this was the interloper shaft. So at some point there must have been a shaft, a mine shaft over here, most likely a vertical. We can't go any further than this gate. This is private property past this point, but we can see if we can at least see anything. nothing too much. There's a small waste rock pile over there. Unfortunately, I did not bring my drone today, so I cannot get any aerial drone footage. But I might make a new video someday with some drone footage of this place and put it up on my channel. So there's some big commercial mining off that way in the hills. That's where I just came from. The city globe is here and there, and you come up a couple hills and we're almost at Main Street. Main Street's down that way, and you go down there and up and down. There's some more part of the town. We're pretty close to Roosevelt Lake. That's also in the area. So it looks like we are getting closer to the head frame. Looks like we got some maybe some waste rock piles over here. Kind of hard to tell. What a great day to be out. There's the top of the head frame right there. There's some old metal here. Kind of hard to tell what it's from. Well, that's stupid. You can't walk any closer up there. Well, I guess we'll walk around the side and see if there's a closer way we can get in there. Got a interesting kind of rock here. Huh. Interesting. There's some more mining junk, as I call it. But I love mining junk. Who doesn't? Here we got and there's a sign here, so we'll see what this says. It looks like we can get closer to the head frame over here. Go around that way. I think I'm definitely going to come back and make a part 2 with my drone, where we can get a little closer to some of this equipment and structures and see. Mine office with a vault in the middle. Okay, you can see the vault over there still standing while everything else around it in the building is collapsed. They made that thing super strong. The roof is long gone on this place. Power pole. So from time to time, looks like they still do a little mining over here, which explains why we can't get any closer to here. Okay, so over here was the crushing plant, There's some more hoist stuff over there. Man, I wish I can get closer to this stuff. Looks like that might have been part of the tram tower. Head frame shaft A hoist. Man, that is quite impressive right there. I could hear some electric buzzing, so they still have generators over here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe that isn't part of the tramway. This is, they ran electric power cables through here. So that's what that one is over there. I'm sorry, I am mistaken. And there is a sign. Let's see what's saying what this was over here, because I do not know. Sampling mill. See if I can get my, see a little bit right there. You can see this whole rod at the top over there. That's where my drone would come in handy. There's another one right here. There were two of these sampling mills. There's another look at the head frame. Let's go down there, see what's over there. There's something over here, although there's no sign indicating what it was. This brick structure right here. Okay, so we just did the interloper loop. That's what we were on. Now we're gonna go conveyor connector trail. Let's go down here. Concentrator bins. Concentrator, the bins. Those must have been the bins down there. This must have been the concentrator. This was as you saw from the map in the beginning of the video, this was a pretty expansive place. They had a lot going on here at this location. That's cool stuff. You know, it's almost like a tease. You see all this, see this giant head frame right behind me and all this cool looking stuff, and you can only get so close. I'm gonna have to see what I can do. Maybe I can arrange a special tour. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can get onto the other side of the head frame. I'm going to see if maybe there is a connecting trail down this way where we can go. I do see some railroad ties. Looks like there must have been a track set up here for ore carts or moving something around here. We're going to go down here. There's some cool stuff down there. I actually do see something really cool down there. Looks like a bucket system of some sort. So we're going to see if we can get a little closer to that thing. There's a bunch of channel in here for water when it rains. Oh, okay, I see there's a trail down there. We'll take that one. We already passed by here before. This is the oil house and storehouse here. Supply house. We're gonna go down here. We haven't been down here yet. There's a big black pipe I don't remember seeing. I wonder if it's for water supply. Park. There must have been an old park to the mine at one point. Okay, there was a park. There was a community here, which was right over here. Okay, so that rail we were talking about, I guess that was for the coke bins. The base to the right is the base of the fountain. Interesting. A water fountain? I don't know. Maybe just a decorative fountain. Interesting. Boiler shop. Machine shop. These buildings are long gone. Blacksmith shop. 3 shops all over here. Huh. There was a roundhouse somewhere over here. This is like a mini city, almost like a Chrysotile in a way. There are the rails, the railway for the coke bins to the coke bins over there. We'll go over there in a minute. Let's see what this is over here. Well, this is neat right here. Let's see if there's a sign that indicates what it was. No sign. Interesting. Huh. Let's see if this gives any clue here. Well, this was a deep mine. The sign isn't that great. It's a little faded. This shows the mine veins, faults, and shafts associated with the Old Dominion mine system. The shaft under that steel head frame right there was sunk in 1903, and the smelter was constructed at a location near the park entrance. The entire Old Dominion system extended for nearly 3 miles east of the site. So this is a pretty big park right here. And you can see these are all the veins of ore that they were chasing. So this was So there's another shaft over here. Another shaft over there. So these are just different, these are different mines right here, you can see. Detroit, Michigan, something, I can't read it. Some piece of equipment. Looks like a giant, looks like a turbo almost, but it's not. It's a motor for something. Okay. There's the mine park down there. There's a lot of cool equipment. So we're gonna go down there, and then we're gonna walk down over here. Okay, so here's a little assortment of machinery. Not all these have labels. This looks like some sort of pipe bender or press or something, because this will go, this whole thing will go down, and you have that. Tool and machine, oil cutting tool maybe? Huh. That's interesting. A knife grinder. Diamond Machine Co., Providence, Rhode Island. I actually grew up on Long Island, so that's not too far from me. Look at that big stone right there. That's impressive. So this would turn. This part doesn't move anymore. This looks like a scale of some sort on wheels. Huh. Interesting. Head of a down-the-hole star drilling machine used at the Castle Dome mine, which is that's in western Arizona. The Castle Dome Mine Museum, used at Castle Dome mine until World War II. Huh. Well, this traveled quite a ways. Cover for a sump pump. It's pretty self-explanatory. Gasoline-powered Chicago pneumatic air compressor. Big old radiator. That is cool. For some reason, this fan blade is right up against the radiator. I'm not sure why, but I don't think it was like that, unless this got pushed out somehow. This one's not. I can't make out what that says. Maybe you can. Hoist drum or single drum tugger. They gotta replace some of these signs here. Fire hose car to your left. There's a picture of what it used to look like. Kind of like an old fire truck in a way. This is like a big grapple bucket. That's cool. This looks like some kind of ore car. This would attach onto something. It's like it would maybe connect onto another one. They'd pull them like a train. Wooden ore car. Yep. Oh, okay. This was for not ore. This is, well, it wasn't an ore cart, but they hauled dynamite in here. Huh. Interesting. A dynamite transport ore car. Let's check this out real quick, and then we'll go down this row right here. This is pretty massive. Agitator. You can pause this if you want. Well, that is cool. Okay, this right here, let's see if I can read this from here. No, I can't. A materials platform. So this could have been over a decline shaft. I'm sorry, a vertical shaft, and they could have pulled stuff up and put it on here, or what it looks like. It would be nice if they put a sign that actually said what these did. Some of them do. This looks like an old elevator system right here. Let's see if I'm right. Sign. A cable cone used to deflect falling rock from man cage. This will go over the cage, so if rock fell, it would bounce off of this. Okay, so that was like a safety item. And this definitely looks like an elevator, because this would slide on the side of it, and these would be the brakes to stop it right here. Man cage. Okay, so this is what all the mine workers would go in. They would get hoisted down into the mine. Right here you have a, I can't really make that out. That's pretty cool. Level. Okay, these are the levels. Okay, 19th level, something like that. All original. This is really, really cool. The next best thing would be to actually go into a mine and see this still in the mine, but this is good enough. That's cool. Some sort of braking system here to control the drum right here. Cable hoist or tugger. Wooden parts are the brakes. Selection control. Where are the wooden parts? Where are the actual brakes? Oh, these are the brakes. Huh. They use wood. And I guess when they got just like brake pads, they'd have to be changed every so often. You can just imagine how hot that wood got. Cable hoist. Did we see this? We saw the ore cart. Pump parts off of a tailings pump housing. Gate valves, probably for water control. An electric induction motor. Switch gear for pumps. Electric panel used for the hoist mechanism, and a jack leg or rock drill. That's cool. That would be cool to see some of this stuff somewhere. Got a cable spool. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory. A pump shaft. See the gears on the end of it. This will probably turn. Well, it doesn't now, but another tool sharpener, grinder. Again, you see the big stone on here. That one doesn't turn. Yeah, this one doesn't turn. Piece broke off of that one right there. And here we go. Here's the cool stuff right here. A rock shovel. I wonder if this would pick up fallen rocks that would land on the track down in the mine. They would pick them up. Push them out of the way even. Like a giant bulldozer, but for a mine shaft, an adit. It looks like some big hopper cars right here. It looks like the door on the side would open to allow the ore to dump out on either side. Let's see if we can get a look in here. Got another one right here. These are big ones too. Mine trolley and ore cars. This is really cool. Turning back around here, looks like underground mine cart rail, ore cart tracks. And now none of this stuff can rust, because don't forget, we're in the middle of the desert here. An air blower. Oh, another air blower. I can't even really make that out. Clamshell excavator. That would be on a big hoist. This looks like a little, I want to say like a locomotive type thing maybe. Would this push the ore cars? There's no sign. Forward, reverse. So this thing had a motor on it. You can move it. The guy would probably stand in here like this, and or like this, and he would control this little mini locomotive here. An air blower, electric air blower. A big compressor, a big air compressor. An ore bucket. And the last thing we have here is probably some sort of blower, air blower type thing. Okay, so running low on batteries. I'm going to do a quick battery swap here, and then we're going to continue on down the trail here and see what else we can find. Okay, we are back after a battery change here. Let's see a sign about the dangers of mining. You can pause this real quick. So look at this, we have a car, a train car fell off the track here. We got a big fire here, which actually happened over here. And we have a beware of open doors in manway. Now I've actually been in mines that have a manway that have doors on them. So what the miners had to be careful going down any of these shafts, and that they wouldn't step down and the door will be open. So usually what I think would happen is the miners, they would go down one section, open or close the door, the trap door, then they would go down to the next section and close that door. So a lot of mines, I've only been in, I want to say, one mine that I did, that really big mine, the one where they drove the trucks into. That mine, as you saw on that video, had those trap doors on the manways. So that was pretty cool. That's basically, it was like an old ad back in the day to say be careful of those, because if a miner fell down those, you would get seriously hurt or you would die. What is this big massive thing over here, huh? Let's see. Well, I'm sure getting some exercise today, that's for sure. A small duck-billed transfer ladle, and it looks like they welded this onto a miner's drill bit right here. Let's put this up so people can see it. There we go. Look at the size of this thing. I'm in the ladle. Wow. This is impressive. A massive piece of equipment right here. Okay, let's continue on down over here. Now, like I said, I've been here before, but this is before YouTube and everything. And when I came here, it was in the middle of the summer. So I did a quick walk, like, I don't know, somewhere over there. And then I decided, well, you know what, it's too hot. So I'm gonna come back another time. And here I am. So this looks like we can't go too far. There's this gates over there saying restricted area. How did you get into the mine? So the hoist house structure says it's been removed. That had all the equipment to just the steam powered motors and everything. I just saw the previous video that I have before this one was a hoist house. So the only thing remaining is the head frame. So the stuff in the hoist house would go down the head frame. We can control the cables going down the head frame to bring people and materials in and out. And what's a head frame? If you don't know, here's your answer. It had the big pulleys, the sheave wheels, that's what they're called. The vertical side of the head frame, right there, this is directly over the shaft. And I'll read this if you can't make it out. The vertical side of the head frame is directly over the shaft, the deep access going straight down to the mine workings thousands of feet below. The shaft has 4 compartments or side-by-side holes down which the men's supplies, tools, and equipment are lowered and raised in cages, kind of like an early elevator. 2 of the compartments carried large ore buckets which brought the copper ore to the surface and dumped it into the ore bins adjacent to the head frame. The large ore bin that used to be attached to the right or the south side of the head frame was recently removed to create access down the shaft for submersible water pumps which have replaced the old underground pumps for recovering valuable water from the mine. This water is used in mining operations to the west of the site. That ore bin has been preserved in the logo of our Old Dominion Historic Mine Park. Pretty cool. So that's what a head frame is for those of you who do not know. So it looks like you used to be able to walk over there, but from what I can see, it has been blocked off, unfortunately. Let's go over here. And you can pause this and read it. And that's a shame we can't walk over there. I'd like to see what those signs say. Okay, so these are, I was correct, these are water pipes. And they are bringing water out of the mine, like you just read in that sign. There's a better look at all the workings up there. These are some massive valves and stuff for the water. Okay. Looks like we got a sign up here. Slime tanks. The concentrator building, which we saw. This is how they would to mine the lower grade ore and upgrade the copper content of the ore before sending it to the smelter, called concentrating. Slime is the liquid and leftovers. So it's just all the junk that's basically left over from the mining, and these are the slime tanks right here. Let's see if we can get a better look in the inside of this thing right here. Okay, I got two of these big ones here. And the trail just stops over here, or it keeps going over here actually. Here, a better look at these things we saw earlier. So after this process to come here, the ore cars were backed in into the open side tunnel below the bins and ore was dropped into the cars. Transport to the smelter. There's the tunnel. There's a good look what it looks like underneath them. You can't zoom in on the GoPro, unfortunately. I don't know why. No trolls under that bridge. Okay, we're gonna continue up here, and I think that's gonna be it. When we get to the front of this place, I think it has some information on the years this mine was in operation. Door tanks. And this is what they were. Okay, well, I think this concludes our adventure here. I'm gonna go to the front and we'll see if we can get any more information on this place. And if I ever have the opportunity to come out here and do a more professional video with a guide or something, I'm gonna try to work something out. I'd like to get a little deeper into this property here, so we'll see what we can do. Be back with you in a minute. Here's the original, I believe this is one of the original buildings here. They turned it into a bathroom. Here's another dynamite ore cart. Here's a little bit of the history. Basically, they found the vein in 1874. So the actual first Dominion mine was actually 2.5 miles northwest of here. So then this was made into one bigger company. The mine closed in 1932. And here's the tramway, what it looked like. for timber cars, for hauling supplies. Alright guys, well, that was it for the Old Dominion mine tour. I hope you like it. Hopefully we can be back in the future with the drone. Maybe even get a professional tour guide or somebody to let me into some of the off-limits places. I don't know, but it's worth a shot. We'll see what we can do. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.